Welcome to Fantasy Baseball, Baseball, Baseball. I'm Dan O'Day along with Steve Romano. Let's talk about Field of Dreams, head to head, Yahoo League that Steve and I are both in. Let's talk about the draft. Now, Steve and I were in Las Vegas for our Roto live auction draft that we've been doing for 17 years in Vegas or 18 years. And we actually were in the same room when we drafted the Yahoo draft in Field of Dreams.
Yes, correct. We both got in there the day before our big auction rotisserie draft, so we made it a point to get together in one of the hotel rooms and do our Yahoo snake draft together. Which 14 team snake draft, even though it's a head-to-head rosters with smaller rosters than the rotisserie, there's a lot of players drafted. I mean, so when
14
you're getting
teams.
towards the end of that, yeah,
Yeah.
when you start getting around 15, I mean, come on.
Gets a little deep. And it's a great bunch of guys. We've always said it. I've been in over a decade. You've been in for 3 or 4 years now. It's a fun league. The drafting is totally different. The snake draft. My first fantasy baseball drafts were snake drafts. Now we do the auction draft, our money league that we meet together in Vegas, which we may go to spring training site next year. But it's a totally different game, Steve. Auction draft, snake draft, night and day, totally different strategy.
Indeed. I think in some way the snake draft forces you to go with your own personal gut feeling more if you want somebody.
I agreed.
Because
Agreed. In an auction draft, you can bid
because
when they come up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, in an auction draft, whatever, once they're nominated, you just bid. If you want the guy, you can do whatever you want and get him. But in a snake draft, if you want a particular player, you need to gamble how long you can let it go before you take them and how far ahead. Because there's players that I'm like, oh, this guy I really want, so I'm going to take him 20 picks before his preseason ranking.
Absolutely.
But
And
then
it's
he'll still get taken before me sometimes. You know?
yes, exactly. And you kick yourself when that happens. And it also matters where you're drafting because depending where you are, you may not pick for another 20 some picks.
Yeah. I mean, if you're like first, second, third,
Yeah,
or 12, 12, 13, 14, yeah, there's so many picks between you that like so many players are going to be gone by the time it comes back to you. If you really have any deep feeling, like just premonition about a player, like I want that guy,
yeah. You got to reach.
yeah, sometimes you got to reach. You
Yeah,
have to reach.
absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the wonderful thing about the snake draft. It's very real. It makes you a totally different strategy. And this year's was good. And the first pick, we'll go through just go a few rounds and talk about the snake draft. And Shohei Ohtani and Yahoo, they split them up, batter Shohei and pitcher Shohei, don't they?
Yep. There's a few sites that do that. I mean, I like both techniques. I think they're both valid. But
I do too. We in our live auction draft, Roto Money League, we have him as one player. Um, one thing I want to
yep.
say
And
about the
you and
snake
you
draft, I just remembered real quick about the snake draft. I actually prefer being towards the end and having those two picks really close to each other.
well, even though you could have 20 picks
Yes,
between your next two
I do.
picks.
Yes, that's why I wanted to bring it up. I forgot that I remembered. I wanted to bring it up because I know you'd be surprised. I do. I like having those two picks, and even though I gotta wait a long time, I like having those almost back-to-back picks. I always end up liking it. But yes, it's a long wait, that's for sure. And then, like you
I don't
said,
even,
you reach. You have to reach in that position.
yeah, because for me, like if you are nice in the dead center, like seven and then whatever,
Right.
7 or 8, you, you don't, how far can you reach? You're getting a pick every, 14 picks or
Right.
whatever.
Right.
So, you know, but when you have like 20 picks between you, 22 picks between you, oh man, that's a lot of reaching to make sure you get somebody.
That is a reach. And we'll look for the first couple of reaches. And as I said, they split up. Shohei Ohtani was the first pick by SoCal stats stuffers. And that's a good first pick. You can't argue him and then Judge second. That's pretty much right. Or do you think
Yeah, I
Judge
mean,
should be first since the Shohei split up?
since Shohei split up, I think Judge should be first. But I
But
mean,
hard to argue.
I mean, yeah, right. I mean, yeah, you're not arguing. And if Shohei, I mean, they're speculating that his stolen bases will be lower because he's pitching now.
Right.
But who knows? I mean, the guy could still easily steal 20 bases.
Right. You're still going to get more steals. Judge. Judge had 12 last year, so I mean he doesn't steal bases really anymore. So good 1-2. Soto number 3. But Witt number 4. Jose Ramirez number 5. That's by Juiced Up for Summer, Atlanta Braves, and Humboldt Crabs. Mighty Lolligators took Judge. L.A. De La Cruz number 6. Raptor. Kyle Tucker 7. Scooble 8. And that's by Raptor. And then I took Kyle Tucker, and then Baltimore Chop took Scooble. I mean, those top 8 you can't really argue about, can you?
No, it's pretty chalk. I mean, maybe I think I probably would have taken Tucker over De La Cruz, but
Right. I
I
think I
mean,
would have too. I was happy, and I'm not a Tucker fan. And by the way, just I would pick 7. Baltimore Chop pick 8. Ellen De Cruz was taken by Raptor. I wanted to take Scooble, but I just couldn't do it. I had to take a hitter, and I took Tucker. And then Ronald Acuna Jr. by Mr. Momo at number 9. Skeens, number 10. Crochet, number 11. Vladimir Guerrero, number 12. Julio Rodriguez by you, who live in Seattle, number 13. And Gunnar Henderson, number 14. First round, I don't think there's really much reaching.
no, I would agree. And
Second,
I
yes.
thought I I wasn't super excited to take Julio. I mean, I was as a Seattle homer, but I know
Who'd
how
you
he
want?
always has a terrible. Well, I mean, I was prepared to reach. So, in one hand, I was like, oh, I don't have to reach, and I get a local guy to root for who I like and I watch on TV all the time. Why wouldn't I take this guy? That's why I did. But the guy I wanted to take early was the guy who I took with my second pick.
Right. So, by the way, I also took a homer. I live in Los Angeles. I took Kyle Tucker. Not like I'm a big. I mean, I like the Dodgers and I like Tucker, but that was a guy I was surprised to get. Yamamoto. So IP Tigers took Gunnar Henderson with the last pick, and then took Yamamoto as his first pick in the second round. So it's always nice to see he got some offense, and then he got a pitcher.
Yep.
Caminero was next by Big Time Taters. That's the guy you think you're reaching there a little?
Well, I was planning to take him at 13. So, I mean, I was definitely planning to reach if I took him with my first
I don't,
round pick.
I don't think it's a reach. I mean, 45 homers, 110 ribbies, 264, 93 runs, 7 stolen bases to boot. I mean, I know that's his only year he's ever done that, but whoo hoo hoo hoo.
Yeah, we'll
That's
see.
that's
We'll
good.
see.
Mookie Betts next at 17. Cal Raleigh at 18. Jackson Churio at 19. That's by Lumber Creek and Bellingham Bells, who's your friend. Kyle Schwarber at number 20. I was hoping to get him. I had him. Oh, Momo, I'm so upset. Trying to get my Schwarber. I had him in my queue, but Momo took him at 20. Tatis Jr. taken at 21. So I took Nick Kurtz at 22. I had Nick Kurtz in my Roto League. I'm a big fan, so we'll see what happens after a slow start, but I'm a believer. Corbin Carroll at 23 by Raptor. Trey Turner at 24. Christopher Sanchez at 25 by the Crabs and the Braves. Jazz Chisholm, wow, at 26. I could see him going earlier. Manny Machado at 27. And Pete Alonso at 28. Any of those second round picks surprise you?
Same thing with Chisholm. Because I think if I remember correctly, because Chisholm was pre-ranked 24, so 26 isn't too late.
No.
But I was like 20. I looked at some of the guys ahead of him. I was like, 24. This
Yeah.
guy's gonna. I thought he was gonna go more like 18, 19.
Yeah, I agree. So I think that was a good pick by Juice Up for Summer at 26. Round 3, is kind of fun because you're starting to get, these reliable great guys. They're starting to thin out, and you'll probably have a couple reaches in this round. Lindor by Stat Strutters, Ketel Marte by the Lollygaggers, Chris Sale juiced up for summer, Brian Woo, Atlanta Braves, Jordan Alvarez, Humboldt Crabs, Bryce Harper, Raptor, and then the Stony Sliders took Logan Gilbert. Now, I don't know why I take Logan Gilbert. He's good though, right, Steve? Seattle?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm totally down with Gilbert. I would have taken him. I'm like
I went off your advice,
70%
and that
sure.
was a room advice. I was like, Steve, should I take this guy? And you so Gilbert. Should I have taken Freed instead of Gilbert?
Oh yeah, in hindsight. Now in hindsight, yeah, you probably should have done that.
Because James Wood went next to Chop, and then Max Freed went to Momo. So again, he's getting the guy I wish I would have had instead. Momo. So and then Brett Rooker to the Bellingham Bells. Hunter Brown to the Creek Expos, Corey Seager Lumber Company, Ramon Anthony to the Big Time Haters, and Logan Webb to the IP Tigers. So you got Roman Anthony, your Boston Red Sox. That's your number one team. He's good.
I mean, he's one of the better prospects of the past decade. We'll see. He's out of the gate slow,
Okay, round three.
but a
Looking at
lot
it
of
real
guys are.
quick. Anybody really stick out as a reach to you in round three?
I mean, I don't know where James Wood was ranked, but I don't like that pick there.
Right.
And
Let's see what he did.
Rooker and C. I mean, yeah, we're starting to get some dabbles. I mean, these aren't bad picks, but I don't. I didn't have any interest in Wood or Rooker or Seager. I only took Roman Anthony because I'm a homer from a Red Sox homer. But
Right.
all those
Well,
rest of those picks, like the early part of that round, like I would have taken any of those guys if they fell to
actually,
me.
Lindor, Marte,
Lindor
Sale, Wu, Alvarez, Harper, even Gilbert,
and, and Gilbert, any of
and
those
and
guys,
and
if they would
Freed,
have went
and
into
Freed,
me
and Freed. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Freed.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
So maybe we'll see some guys in 4 and 5 that you might think should have been higher. Mikael Garcia went next, and Freddie Freeman, and then Matt Olson, then Zach Neto, Rafael Devers at number 47, Cole Reagans at 48, Wyatt Langford, and then George Kirby was the 50th pick of the draft by me. That's two Seattle pitchers I took.
Wow, you bastard.
That's crazy. I don't know what's going on. I got a Seattle guy in the room, and I'm picking Seattle players. Pete Crow Armstrong was next. Jacob DeGrom, Austin Riley, Mason Miller, Jackson Merrill, Edwin Diaz. Anybody surprise you?
Um, I mean, I kind of like most of those. I'm shocked Pete Crow Armstrong lasted that long.
Yeah, down to 51. I mean, in hindsight, maybe I should have taken him over George Kirby. So far,
I'm kind
every
of
pick
shocked.
I'm criticizing every pick I've made.
Well, I mean, taking two starting pitchers in the first 4 rounds is definitely risky, I
Well,
think.
it is, but you know me, I do like to have good starters.
Yeah. And
Uh,
look, having the best two starters on a team that has that that T-Mobile ballpark is very pitcher friendly,
yeah.
and those guys are good.
Thanks for making me feel good about it. I feel horrible now. No, I'm just kidding. I like that. Edwin Diaz, I would say a closer in round four is a little early, but he's one of the best ones.
And I love his intro, at least the one on opening night.
Yeah.
They had the live trumpeter there,
Yeah.
some famous like alternative jazz funk soul chick playing this badass intro. That's so rad. It sounded great.
So, Steve, I have a question for you, real quick. Just veer off for a couple seconds. Do you know how many lifetime saves he has? He came up in 2016 with Seattle, and he started
Thank you.
closing right away. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, 18 saves the first year. How many saves do you have all the way? I was looking the wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna say he has.
Don't look.
I'm not looking. I'm trying to guess, but I know there was the injured time, and then there was the COVID year, the injured year, the COVID year, games played. I'm gonna say he
Hold on, I'm
has
gonna give you a hint. Oh no, let's see how close you are. Go ahead.
No, he has 234 saves.
Okay, so you're off, and I'm gonna let you know he had the injured year. But besides an injured year when he had six, and his first year when he has 18, he's had 20 or more every year.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you're a
So,
little short. I'll give you a second guess. See if you can get within
oh,
three.
what do you mean? Wait a minute. 261?
256, very close,
Oh,
within five.
all right.
Well, it's just
Yeah.
a little side trip there. Then round five here in Field of Dreams, the best head-to-head league I've ever been in. Terang, Joe Ryan, Perdomo, Kate Smith, Peralta, Valdez, Duran from Boston, Bellinger. So I took Duran at 63 after Raptor took Framber Valdez and Humboldt Crab took Freddie Peralta. And Cade Smith was taken before that. So three pitches were taken. Ryan was taken a couple picks before that. A lot of pitches taken. And then I took Duran, and I realized, should I have taken Bellinger over Duran?
No, I don't think so. I
Okay,
think at the end of the year, Duran will be ranked higher.
okay. And then after Bellinger, Bregman, Munoz, Soderstrom, a nice pick at 67. Teoscar Hernandez, Kyle Bradish by you, and Bo Bichette to finish the fifth round. All pretty much what you would think. No big surprises. Cade Smith, a couple of relievers going early, but at the same time, it's a category like any other in head to head.
Yeah, and my friend Trevor, the Bellingham Bells, definitely a Seattle homer. The
Munoz.
Munoz pick. Munoz is a bit of an early pick there, but he's without a doubt, like the best relief on the board at that point.
We'll just do a couple more rounds and maybe look at the end, see if there are any steals at the end. Round six, Cease Luzardo by you. Jesus Luzardo, who I love. He's a Philly. I have heard of my other league. Albies by Lumber Company at 73. Riley Green, William Contreras, Nick Pavetta, Josh Naylor, Hunter Goodman. I got at 78. One of the better catchers left. Duran, Langoliers, another good catcher. McLean, Ben Rice, another good catcher. Look at this catcher round. Vinny Pascantino and George Springer. So very interesting. 78 was a catcher, 80 was a catcher, and 82 was a catcher.
So I guess that's a catcher run, as they say.
I guess, and Contreras was taken at 75 in the same round. So there you go. All
Yeah, I mean,
good picks. Ben Rice at 82 is a really good pick, I think.
and definitely people now are they're drafting for position, right?
Yeah.
Drafting
Yes.
for position is starting to creep into the strategy. I mean, it definitely started in 4 and 5. Now it's really like you can tell people are not going for the best available stat gatherer. They're
That's what
they're
happens. You start to see your
they're
team and you're thinking about players, but then you realize how many of this position are left.
right.
Yeah, and you go to that position,
Sure.
you're like, wow, I got to draft that guy because I don't really like those other guys as much.
Yes, that too.
Round seven: Brian Buxton, Kevin Gossman, Sonny Gray, Jacob Mizrachi, Yuri Perez, Jose Altuve, C.J. Abrams, Jeremy Pena at 92, Nico Horner, Willie Adames, O'Neill Cruz, Eugenio Suarez, Michael Harris, and David Bednar to finish round seven. I will say, of the first seven rounds, I'm a little surprised how many relief pitches were taken.
You're surprised how many relief pitchers were taken?
Yeah,
Well, how
I think.
many?
Well, of the first, there's not just this round, but
Two?
altogether. There's Bednar, there's been Duran, there's been uh
Edwin
Munoz,
Diaz and Munoz.
right? Cade Smith,
Okay, yeah, five. All right.
Mason Miller,
Six.
and I think that's it. I don't think any were taken in the first three rounds. So six in the first seven, I think it's a little high.
Yeah.
Round eight
Not
will
super high though.
not super high because, and once again, head to head, it's a category. Salvi Perez, number 99. You know, I love Salvi Perez. Luke Kershaw by you. You took Luke. I love Luke. I have him in the keeper league.
Yeah, see, that was a perfect example of me. I looked at what was left at second base. I didn't like it. I drafted him.
Randy Arozarena at 101. Christian Yelich. Shohei Otani pitcher picked by Bellingham Bells.
That's a fucking amazing pick, actually, right?
Well,
Like,
yes
why did
and no. They have a 6-man rotation, but yes, his stats are going to be outrageous to get him at 103.
like I mean, he's who he'll have more innings than Jacob DeGrom, right? Don't you think?
Yes, because DeGrom's always injured, so there's a really good possibility. Yes, possibly. True, true.
Yeah.
It's a nice pick by
So I
your
mean,
your friend.
yeah, not bad.
Spencer Strider by Momo, Devin Williams, Luis Robert Jr., Tyler Glasnow, Michael Bush, Aroldis Chapman, Suzuki from the Cubs at 110, Trevor Story, and Blake Snell finish up round eight. And once again, we had two relievers taken in my reliever count for whatever reason. And I just want to do another round or two just to see how far people are getting deep. In round nine, Evaldi, Louis Castillo, Cam Schlittler, Iglesias from the Braves, Brandon Lowe, Chase Burns at 118, Zach Wheeler at 119, Nick Lodolo, Emmett Sheehan, a lot of pitchers, Lawrence Butler, Kyle Stowers, Alec Boehm. You took Will Smith at 125. I like that pick at 125, and Yandy Diaz at 126 to finish round nine.
Yeah, I mean, over those past few rounds, 3 rounds, in round seven, I love Kevin Gossman
Yeah,
from Mighty Lollybaggers,
yeah,
Lollygaggers. That I mean, that's ended. I mean, and Jacob Mizorowski for the Atlanta Braves. Just going through, those are the two that stood out in that one. And
yes.
round eight, looking at round eight, that Shohei Atani
Pitcher,
pitcher one,
I like.
and I really like. I guess I mean that's the only one that really jumps out at me. Like, what a
I
great pick for
agree.
that round.
And what about round nine? Anybody jump out at you? For me, Schlittler does.
Yes, I was going to say Schlittler definitely jumps out as a great pick for that round.
Absolutely. I think Will
And
Smith is a
then,
good pick
and
for
then,
that round.
and yeah, and then maybe Will Smith. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are maybe my favorite two of round nine. And round 10, people who stick out, maybe Alcantara if he gets back to shape. Bubba Chandler. I don't know. Nobody really.
Drake Baldwin,
Yes,
right?
Drake
No, I
Baldwin.
mean,
That's a great round 10 pick by the Atlanta Braves. I agree.
so Drake Baldwin and Alcantara stand out from round 10.
Round 11, I don't have anybody standing out. Darby Swenson, maybe? Not really. Michael King? I guess
No, none of
Augustine
those.
Ramirez is pretty good that you took. But I mean, Mighty Lollygaggers took.
Yeah, Lollygaggers. Yeah, but nothing there really jumps out and screams, great pick.
No. Round 12. I mean, now we're starting to fill this people who fill in, guys who might surprise. You kind of know what you get. Jansen's in around 30, Flaherty in round 14, Brian Reynolds, Adolis Garcia in round 15. I mean, round 16, Addison Barger, Aranda. I mean, we're just going back. Stott in round 17. I took Andrew Painter. I like that pick. And that round 17, you took Shane Smith. Uh, and then let's go to the very bottom. Let's see if anybody in the last two rounds. Let's go 20 on.
All right.
And any great picks 20 on. Garcia, Manzardo, Santana, Keith, Asana. Justin Crawford might be a good pick in 20.
Yeah. Could be.
That was by the
I
Stony
can't
Sliders.
imagine taking a Humboldt Crabs took Gabriel Moreno super late. If that's the only catcher he took, that's fucking amazing.
That's a great catcher grab if that's his main catcher. Absolutely. Way down in round 20. Last year he had a 285 average. He only had 277 at bats. I believe he's injured, but he's good. Nine
Oh,
homers.
my pick of Stanton in the 21st round. That could be a win.
Stanton's great.
Yeah,
He'll only play 90 to 110 games, but I think you'll get 25 to 30 homers. Nobody else really sticks out.
there. Yeah, and then in round 22, the last round.
Uh, Early by you.
Yeah,
Chase DeLauder
if
by
we.
the Stony Sliders.
Wow, wow. Why did you even pick him?
Because I knew about him. I knew he had a really
I
good
know about him too.
spring and
I
stuff.
I didn't. I guess I didn't read up enough in that aspect. I didn't know he was had such an open path to playing time.
Yes, he's got
I didn't
open
know
path to
like.
playing time. And from what I've read, the only thing that's kept him down is his injuries. Like they're like, oh yeah, this guy's great. He just gets injured.
Hmm.
So
I
we'll
didn't
see.
know Cleveland was like in a position to be like, as long as you're healthy, the job is yours. And I
Yeah,
guess that's what happened. And he's been amazing.
it is. And he's been great. We'll see because I need it real quick. So it was a fun draft. It was great, interesting doing it with you in the room. That was very weird. Um, but cool. And I got some advice from you. I got two Seattle starters, and right now first place is juiced up for summer. He's 15-5 in the short week and the long week. He's a game up on Creek Expos and Raptors in third place, and you and I are in the bottom three.
Oh yeah. I mean, also too, I was happy with my team after the draft. I really was. I was like, nice. I got pretty much well, I mean, I got a lot of guys that I had targeted and I was ready to go. And then first 2 weeks stunk. So we'll see.
We'll see. It's still so early. Anything can happen. After the draft, I looked at my team and I thought, I'm not sure about this team. So we'll see how that goes for me. But at the same time, it's a long season. Anything can happen. And another great draft and another fun league. I look forward to it. I'm Dan O'Day. That's Steve Romano. This is the Field of Dreams head to head Yahoo League podcast. Cheers.
Have a good one.